What's up, boys? Today we're going to be checking out the Funguys Swarm demo. You can occasionally get some meta progression and a little bit of XP off of these little pots around the map. There is a dash that has a fairly long cooldown. For some reason it chose an arrow pointing into the top right. I don't think you actually gain anything by going up there. It's just a weird little icon for it. I don't know what that ice cube is. Oh, okay, interesting. Never seen that before. Ooh, attacks now create extra weapon projectiles. I haven't seen that before. When you hover over them, you can see what the debuffs do. So for 8 seconds, target takes increased damage, and they explode when they die. I tried that on my first run. It starts off kind of weak, but it actually becomes pretty fun once you get some of the mutations at every 5th level, it looks like. And then 10, slowly grow mushrooms that explode and inflict poison. Each stack slow enemy deals 1 to 2 damage every 0.5 seconds. Yeah, let's try out the attack-based stuff here. So you have one weapon, and then there will be a bunch of different skill slots up here. Looks like that actually uses up one of them. And there will be different scaling for them. Some stuff affects only your attack, some stuff affects only your weapon. But there are some cool synergies with the mutations for the skills you can get. With the exploding mark thing, I had something that causes either marked enemies to detonate whenever I dash, or when I kill enemies with projectiles, it would spawn some of the marks on enemies nearby. So some pretty cool stuff you can get with the mutations later on. And I guess with that double projectile thing, we'll actually go for a bit of an attack-based build here. So what is shock to? For 5 seconds, apply a mini stun, deal damage every 1 second. That sounds pretty good. Crystals from the sky, no unique effects for that. Okay, let's try out some shocking then. That'll buy us some crowd control to attack even more. So we have 2 different encounters. I think the little nut thing gives you some free weapon levels, and then the water is meta progression when you return to the base, so we'll just go up here for the chest and try to maximize this current run. I don't know what that is. Looks like some sort of healing. So we can upgrade that, reduce skill cooldown magnet range. Let's keep pushing that up. I like getting the mutations and seeing what kind of interesting effects we can get on those. Yeah, I think that's probably just healing. So we have to stay inside the circle for a bit. Attacks now create extra weapon projectiles, 10% damage. It would be nice if it told me like what the base damage was on that. 4% seems fairly low. I think I'm just gonna upgrade that and see what we can get later on. The mutations for that could actually go crazy for the attack-based builds. Wow, we got 5? Okay, we got 3 levels, and then we got a bit of 2 different types of meta progression, but that still seems pretty good for the free chest here. And then, can we still get to the water drop thing? Let's destroy the mushrooms over here. Ooh, weapon attack speed. Let's lock that in since we do have kind of limited slots. But 2 projectiles. We probably have enough slots. Let's just pump that up and try to get the mutation as soon as possible, I think. They don't always seem to have stuff, but you can occasionally get some healing pickups in those as well, I think. So we're obviously the fun guy. I still haven't found out how to swarm them yet, but I'm still looking into that. Maybe one of the mutations for the extra bullets will cause a swarm of bullets when we hit them or something. We have to collect all the scattered flowers for this one. So here's our mutation. Oh, we could get one there as well, but I want to try the bullet thingy. Let's see, extra projectiles are now shot at the same time on a spread amount of projectiles. When your weapon projectiles kills a target, it bounces towards the next target. It also has a chance to bounce on hits. So this one sounds a bit more consistent since it's not reliant on killing a target, so I think I'm going to try that one. Oh, we have a shotgun weapon now. Okay. Kind of feels like it lowered my attack speed a lot, though. I guess it kind of just fires them all at once, then. Cooldown of skill cards. Let's go ahead and see the second mutation here. Every time the skill damages an enemy, your movement speed randomly increases or decreases. The area of the skill expand and contract. So they both have an upside and a downside. That's kind of odd. I guess we'll try the area. Then as we level up, we'll unlock a few more skill slots as well. Need level 10 for the next two, it looks like. Yeah, I'm not really sure I like the shotgun. Could be cool at the next mutation though, and we can get some damage on it for now. It just feels a lot less consistent since we fire them all at once and then they kind of spend a while reloading. We can definitely do some nice single target burst damage once we get to some elite or boss enemies. Doesn't feel the greatest for AoE clear right now though. Every time you pick up XP beans, launch tiny projectiles that chase enemies. 4%. And it doesn't look like that gets mutations either on the passives. I think we'll just try the Stardust since we'll be constantly collecting XP. Here... Number of attacks spawn spears in front of you that stabs enemies. Okay, that sounds like a pretty synergetic skill for the weapon-based build. I'm down to try that. 7 attacks. It depends on whether it counts like the individual shots as attacks for that now. And then here we'll try and keep leveling that towards the second mutation. So the damage on that goes up. Yeah, I'll take a level on that. Then I guess we'll save that magnet for a bit since we just got one anyways. Okay, it looks like we're nearly firing an entire one of those every attack, so it looks like it does work well with a shotgun then. Let's take the level on the Great Barrage. Yeah, it looks like one attack does like 80% of the trigger on that or so that actually seems pretty cool with the shotgun then. So we can also lower the attack count needed. That's pretty impactful combined with the damage on top of that. So we've got a pretty cool little SPELLBLADE build going here for this run. Weapon attack focus and then a bunch of different skills that interact with our attacks. I don't know what all of that was. Looks like a bunch of different meta currency stuff. You can upgrade the various weapons, and there's also a melee axe you can swap to now. I'm just sticking with the ranged create for now since I figured it would be better for dealing with elite enemies. The axe is definitely better AoE damage though. So you can upgrade those a bit with your amber. You can get some small stat increases with the water. And then I don't know what the mushroom is for. I haven't gotten any of those yet, I think. We can bring that pretty close to the mutation. Sounds good. Now let's see if we can get some big damage with the point-blank shotgun shots, all hitting them at the same time. We can bring that one level away. Pretty good upgrade. I kind of just want to see the mutation here, though. Spears now rotates after spawning, massively increases the length. Huh. Let's go here to improve the AoE damage, I think. So we got 2 Thunder Spears and a bit of water. We could probably go ahead and lock in the weapon damage since we'll want that at some point on the builds. Attack speed is the more important one though, since that will also improve the skill procs that we have on our weapon attacks. And then we'll probably want skill damage as well to combine with that. Weapon attack speed is there. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock that in. We can bring that 2 levels away. Mushroom projectiles that orbits away around you. Boulder from the sky that inflicts flatten the target and stun their movement. Ooh, attacks have a chance to call a thunder that may inflict shock. Okay, that fits the Spellblade build perfectly. I definitely want that one. So we will want that for all of the various skills that trigger on our attacks at some point. And I think I'm fine locking that in here. The funny part is that we have a lot of skill damage now, but I don't actually want the skill cooldown passive, since they're all reliant on the auto attacks. Laser that pierces through enemies. So yeah, that one won't actually do a whole lot. It'll work on the repulsive shock, but I don't think it will actually work on any of those, interestingly. So I guess we'll probably just take the dash cooldown to pass this. I want to see what other skills we have, if there's anything else that will fit with the build here, before I commit to that. Oh yeah, you can also take in 1 out of 3 treelings. Well, you can have up to 3 eventually, it says, but I think in the demo you can only have 1 currently. I'm not sure if I can show off the one I have currently. Killing a number of enemies activates a magnet power-up, so every 600 kills I get a free magnet, and you can swap between a few of those. Kind of cool effects to take into the run as well. Let's go with the repulsive level. I don't really want to lock either of those into the build yet, I think. the pickup radius on these flowers could be improved a little bit. It's kind of annoying going directly over top of them when you're trying to avoid everything at the same time. We only have 10 seconds left. There's so many enemies here. Don't think we want either of those, so we'll just level up the weapon damage for now. Let's level up the Thunderstrike, try and get that to a mutation as well. So we've got an elite range guy, it looks like. I thought I turned the hints off over there. Yeah. Why is it still showing that? Bottom left, that's kind of weird. We could take that for the debuff, but I'm down to just keep leveling stuff up and try and see a few more different skills before we commit to anything over there. Tried to time that to get through both of the waves at the same time, but I was a little bit off, I guess. It's kind of hard for me to get close enough for the shotgun shots now that there's this many enemies. Weapon attack speed is pretty good. Ooh, that's one away. Sure. Oh, area might actually be decent. That'll work on all of our procs. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. See if we can finish him off while we have a little bit of breathing room real quick before we head up there. Bring that one away, sure. I just don't see how 4% XP is ever going to be worth it. It just seems really undertuned. Unless I'm missing something about how XP works in this game. Oh, we got a mutation off of the chest, nice. Each spear now also spawn randomly around you, also increase the spear amount, that sounds cool. After spawning, the spear suspends in place for a brief moment. I'm down for some extra mounts. And a Nova effect for it? Oh, not quite a Nova. But kind of. You actually destroy segments of the caterpillars there, interesting. Incoming swarm, uh-oh. Weapon attack speed's pretty good. So that might actually be decent, since it'll just cast on them passively. I think I'm gonna take that for now, since we have so many things reliant on the number of hits we're doing that. That is a lot of enemies. More weapon damage. I think I like attack speed here for more procs. Chance to call down a Thunder Strike. I think more area for all of our procs. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that one for some extra crowd control. I haven't seen anything super interesting. Then we'll probably put the level there, see if we can eventually get some mutations with that as well. Let's get that one away from the mutation. Oh, I guess those actually just have a bunch of meta currency in them. Okay, it looks like a sort of healing thing. Sometimes the guys that dash at you actually damage you even when you're moving perpendicularly to them. So I guess you actually have to have some movement speed at this point in the game, otherwise you just slowly get whittled down by the unavoidable damage, it seems like. So we actually need to look for that movement speed passive thing, I guess. There is nowhere to move. We have an elite charger now. Yeah, I'm just taking so much unavoidable charge damage at this point. Feels kind of bad. I didn't really even get hit that much, but I'm still dead. Just so many charges there. 158 on the Thunder Spear, that was quite good. So Great Barrage is the basic weapon attack. Fire Curse. Max HP, amount of things from your skill cards. That sounds pretty strong. The Dew and Shroom you gain. Okay, meta currency passive. So I think we'll do one more run and try out a full skill build with that amount of skills card we just unlocked. So these are the current achievements and unlocks you can get in the demo. This is the standard meta progression over here. No, I haven't seen this before. Chance of finding power-up from encounters. Duration of power-up when you activate them. We can get 1 level on that. I didn't notice that the first time I came to town. These are the weapon upgrades here. So we can try out the watermelon and toss some upgrades onto that. We have 8. Area sounds good since it's kind of small by default. We'll just go 2 there and 1 onto attack speed. And I think only 2 in the demo now, the melee AoE and the single target ranged. And then I think this is the treeling thing. Chance to refill your dash charge after spending it. So it looks like you can only have 1 in the demo, but you'll eventually be able to have 3. I think I still like the magnet thing here. Yeah. Then I need to find the standard meta progression, which is somewhere over here. I thought it was... That's the achievements. I swear it was over here somewhere. What is this? Oh, here we go. So you can get a little bit of HP, a little bit of skill card damage, or a little bit of movement speed. Let's go a bit more here for the skill-based build we're going to try. That's a pretty cool build though. I wish I could have taken it a bit further, but it seems like you probably need a bit of extra movement speed so you can avoid the dashes without having to use your own dash every time. We didn't see much there, so let's take that one first. Ooh, we got the mirror double, nice. I think any of these is super important. I guess we'll take the soul just to sort of pass here. I really don't think I want either of those. So those guys are the mark, and then they do a little cross-shaped explosion when they die. Take the boulder level, I think. Oh, we have 4 different options here. Wait, I have 3 in that? Or I can get 3 right now? Oh yeah, it's +3. I've never seen that before. Well, I guess we'll take that then. Wait, is that replacing something? No. How can I take that if I already have 3? Is it like replacing one of those? Oh yeah, okay. I don't think I want to do that then. It's replacing something I like with only +1 level effectively. I'm just gonna take the level up on that then. I guess that's actually kind of nice. If you get forced into a skill that you don't really like, you can level it up and then replace it with something else better later on and not waste the levels. Damage from skill cards, we'll definitely want that at some point, and area as well, but I think we want to bring that up close to the mutation first. See what we can get over there. Amount of things. Yeah, let's go ahead and max that out. Should be pretty strong for the caster build. For the boulder, yup. Every time you pick up a number of XP crystals, skill cooldown reduces by 1 second. Please tell me like how many that would be though. On impact, splits into 4 smaller boulders that deal half damage. That sounds really cool. I'm guessing that's invincibility, but I'm not going to test it if I can help it. I think we pumped the boulder. It's pretty good with the splitting effects. 2 and shroom gain by 8%. So that would replace the soul bloom. Honestly, I don't hate that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and lock in the movement speed just so that I have that for once we get to the dashing guys though. Number of weapon kills spawn a flower that flies outward. Oh, that would have been cool for the last run, but it doesn't really fit here. We'll take the aura. That should be pretty nice when we're getting area and cooldown based stats for the caster build, I think. Skill cooldown, I think. We do have 1 slot. I think I would rather go for a skill that has some sort of utility though. Like maybe the poison thing would be cool here. Wait, what? Chance for enemies to spawn with extra move speed, chance to hide the next encounter rewards? More loot dropped by enemies and breakables. Oh, I must have activated this when I talked to the fire guy. So that's a fire curse guy, it looks like. So it looks like they only take damage from the weapon attacks and not your skills. Oh, you get a fire skill. Area that increases your damage but increases enemy movement speed. Rune as you move, explodes after you dash, reduce your weapon damage. Dash, you spawn rotating discs, reduce movement speed. So this one doesn't really have much of a downside since we're not super into the weapon damage. Summon an area that increases your damage, so you'll have to stand in the area, I guess? I think I'm just gonna take the thing with no downside for me? Those both sound kind of annoying and risky. Wait, that increases the curse. That sounds really bad, bringing that up from 2 to 8. I should probably just leave instead of doing that. I feel like that's going to kill me with so much extra movement speed on enemies. More boulder. So I guess you could also do a sort of XP collection build as well with that one homing missile thing, and then I think it was a mutation for the boulder that had the other thing we saw for it. So there's actually a decent variety of skill builds already for just the early demo. Definitely want area at some point. Oh, that would have worked with the last build as well. Attacks have a chance to summon a slashing claws. Charges that launch a slash that has a chance to inflict starlight on weapon attack. 2 seconds, the target takes a damage burst based on how many hits they have taken. If the target dies, it drops double XP. Aura that inflicts shock and may push enemies away. Damage from your skill cards. We definitely want that at some point. But what are the charges based on? I guess just the cooldown. But when are the charges fired then? Chance to inflict starlight on weapon attack. So I think that's not really going to fit the build here. Probably just take the shock level for now, get the area on that up higher. That'd be really cool with the fast attacking grape shot build though. Oh, that gives me +1 curse, it looks like. For 2 levels on it. I mean, I guess I'll try it. So it looks like it just keeps increasing the same stats currently. I wonder if there will be like breakpoints on that that will add extra stats to it. Crystals from the sky that splinters when destroyed, 2 in Shroomy game. So I guess we have to take one of these 2. We can grab that and then maybe we'll get lucky and replace it with something better if I want to. Oh, it also shows you what passives up there work with it, that's cool. So I actually have to attack those. That's going to be awkward for this build. Level up the aura. If we can get some mutations for that, I think that would be pretty helpful. 3 levels, but +2 curse. This is probably gonna kill me, but I kind of just want to see what mutations we can get at this point. Oh, yep, there is some more stuff. 10% chance to spawn elites duplicates. Chance for items from chests to be destroyed. Yikes. Every time the skill damages an enemy... Oh, yeah. Every 10 seconds, leave a lingering area that travels on its own. Okay, that one doesn't have a downside at least. That sounds cool. I guess we'll probably keep pushing that up. So we destroyed whatever that was with the 10%, so it looks like it rolls for each item in there separately. Interesting. Number of weapon kills? No. So I guess we had to take one of these. I'll grab some magnet range. Skill cooldown is good. I don't think I want that. What does the units on that do? Like, it doesn't specify if it's the crystals or the splinters. It must be the splinters, I guess. I think we're just gonna pump up the cooldown for now, though. Mutation for the mark, sure. Dash deal damage to all enemies inflicted by mark. Killing enemies using weapon attacks will trigger the skill. Well, that's junk, so I guess we have to go with that one. I couldn't see that guy behind the terrain over there. Jesus, those guys are tanky now. So I think that actually does sound pretty cool with the extra amount. from mirror double. It does work, okay. Sounds cool. I don't think we can grab all of that. There's so much stuff right now. Area is pretty good. Let's see if we can try and get the last mutation for that. I can't kill the blue guys, and my dash is on cooldown from having to avoid all that crap. Jesus. I don't really want any of these. I guess we can take Thunderstrike and maybe replace it later? Whatever. More iframes is helpful. Just so much stuff right now. Probably just take the mark level here. More area. It would be cool if they added mutations for some of the passive stat cards as well. Then you might actually be able to get some decent value out of the XP thing. If there was something interesting at like level 5 and 10 on it. Bring that one level away from the final mutation. Man, if I could get a passive that would like regen 1 HP every like 30 seconds or minute or something, just so I don't slowly die to all the crazy ranged attacks, that would be pretty nice. Yeah, kind of running out of room to move around. I got hit by that one still somehow. So I guess you need more than 5% attack speed for the dashes, it looks like. I can't even move anywhere. I think I'm dead, yeah. There is nowhere to move at that point. 69,000, nice. Duration and skill cards, that would have been very helpful there. So you have to spend a bunch of currency to lower that? That's kind of weird. I feel like that should just be like a thing you can swap at any point for free. So I think that's everything we have unlocked for now. Maybe they could have like a healing thing in here? Since you'd have to give up quite a bit for that. That would help balance it out a bit. Destroy 5 shroom deposits, okay. Might be some helpful stuff we could unlock in there. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.